In a heartbeat, I would tell folks, you should hire an organization like Strategy Solutions. They understand the needs of organizations. Debbie and her staff and the professionals that she's hired are the right people to come in and help you create that plan. We are positioned not only for immediate success, but continued success going forward in the future. It was hugely impressive. I'm Jim Guffey. I'm the Executive Director for South Hills Interfaith Ministry. We've really evolved to be a social service agency that assists families that are struggling and trying to get them back on their feet. We've grown programs over the last 5 years. We've grown revenues over the last 5 years. And while I'd like to say it was because we had a strong plan, the reality was we don't have a strong plan. So I think what's at stake in today's climate of economics and cutbacks at state levels and federal funding levels to more people in need, without a plan, sustainability of any organization has to be at the core of how are you going to do it. We initially embarked on trying to do it ourselves, and that lasted about a month. And then we put out an RFP, and we had about 9 responses to the RFP. What clearly set Strategy Solutions apart was really, one, Debbie's leadership. Debbie's work and Strategy Solutions work with faith-based organizations and knowing some of the differences, how we would approach things. She already had that background, and I knew I had a board of directors that potentially, while we were moving forward with this project, there were some that viewed this process as more of a process of, okay, we'll produce a report and then we'll file it away. We were going to have struggles, and we needed a way to come to a consensus without doing it where people knew how folks were voting. So the option finder, using that with my board, I thought was going to be a great asset, as well as the community groups when we did the focus groups. That technology was really a differential point for us. It really became a no-brainer that there was consensus within my task group that was formed to work with the strategic plan, that Strategy Solutions came out on top. They never looked at our relationship as just what was in the contract. They went above and beyond what the contract would call for to help us get to the end result, which is what we all wanted to achieve. One of the things that has always struck me and stayed with me is one of Debbie's favorite sayings, which is, as a faith-based organization, we at times show the least amount of faith in taking steps forward for the betterment of the organization. It's in our DNA, but yet we are scared of potentially those steps forward. We may come forward out of our strategic plan with a capital campaign idea that's going to be a $5–6 million to $13 million type capital campaign, and that shouldn't scare us. We need to take those leaps of faith at times ourselves. Without this investment, I mean, I will say from a funding community, going in and being able to answer the fact that we do have a strategic plan and here's the direction we're going, the foundation community here in Pittsburgh, that's an absolute must. We're not going to get the funding from the larger foundations without it. So there's a quick return on that investment already. We were just announced just the other day, or informed from the foundation, we received probably the second largest gift from a foundation that SHIM's ever received in its history. And I know part of that comes back to how did we articulate our plan and why that positions were needed. So we've already seen that return on investment. And the good news is that they're there for a refresher course. So if I have to go back in a year and have them come in to work with my board, I know they're a resource to go back to. So it's really a partnership that we've looked for with Strategy Solutions. We are positioned not only for immediate success, but continued success going forward in the future. Thank you, Strategy Solutions.